Good day, everyone. I'm Putu Wismayani Pratiwi, and now I would like to tell about selecting and designing materials for effective EFL teaching and learning. Before I come up to how to develop the materials, now I will be focusing on the speaking skills. According to Bioget 1987, there are two basic aspects of speaking skills. They are motor receptive skills and interaction skills. Motor, as we know that receptive skills including the listening and also reading skills. Why the speaking include the receptive skill? Because before we can speak, we have to listen first. So we need a receptive skill first to make a decision about what and how to say the things in a specific communicative situation to convey the right intention or maintain the relationships or to do the interaction skills. Next, Bao 2013 also said that to teach the speaking skill, it's better to use a content-based activities that can organize for learner to experience and respond to the meaning first. Speaking speaking skill are best developed when the learner learned to take the control of their own performance from themselves, not dictated by the external factors such as the teacher. Next, there are some trends in material for speaking skill. Williams 1983 said that do not use a textbook as a single reference within the classroom. Why? Because in a textbook indicate that the teacher has a lack ability to what is that to make a creative material for the speaking. The second one is from Graph 2009 that said avoid discussion that invite right and wrong answer. The question about right and wrong, what is that answer, can reduce the learning complexity because they do not, it doesn't train the student thinking skills. Next is facilitate the for the diversity of the needs which exist in the most language classroom. As we know that the classroom environment is heterogeneous. They they come from the mix degree such as in a linguistic proficiency, interpersonal skill, age, academic background, gender, personality, learning style, and other factors. That's why the material for speaking should facilitate those kind of diversity. Next, according to Bao 2013, there are some steps to develop the material for speaking skill. The first one is conceptualizing the learner need. As we know that materials design should begin from who the learner are or who the learner is in order to link the language study to their present life. Some aspects such as the personality, the learning style, cultural preferences, and expectation of the course help the teacher to decide how to teach their learner. After know the learner needs, then the teacher should translate the needs to subject matter and communication situation. What does it mean? As the learner reveals what they want to do with the target language, they also directly or indirectly imply the type of environment where the language is to be used. The more specifically the learner state their needs, the more appropriate the subject matter can be established toward the what is that the diversity in the learner. So the teacher can establish the topic which fit to the situation of the learner. Next is identifying the verbal communication strategies. As we know that conversational strategies must be incorporated in teaching material because they are essential tools to serve the communication of meaning. One way to do this is by designing the tasks for a learner to act upon their interlocutor's speech rather than concentrating on their own speaking. So the last one is utilizing the verbal sources from real life or using an authentic sources. To modify the materials, beside using a printed sources such as magazine, picture, or anything printed, the teacher can also utilize the many verbal interaction taken from the real life in the classroom, such as by looking in the YouTube, in the radio broadcaster, the television or the movie. So here is the first example for about 2013 about the material and text that can be used for the learner. It's about describing an object. In this task, the students are asked to describe a room from a given picture. But there is no freedom of choice and there is no peer interaction involved in this task. It is because all the information comes directly from the same visual. Every learner performs the same role here. They have to write the sentences like the example, such as there is a sofa in the living room, there is not a radio in the living room, and they have to repeat the same sentence to the other object in this room. This kind of task can be used when we know that the learner have a low proficiency in language learning. We train the learner to use the structure first. This is the other example from about 2013. It's about describing object as well. But in this material, this material invites the learner to look at a picture of 5 different doors and imagine the rooms behind them. In this task, there is no right or no wrong answer. The students are encouraged to process the meaning from their own experience and their own thinking. They are free of choice to imagine what is inside the or what is behind the door. They can use their learning complexity in this material. When the teacher think that the learner has a high intelligence and then they are accustomed with English, the teacher can use this kind of a free choice tasks to train the student speaking skill. I think that's all that I can talk here. I hope it can be meaningful for everyone that watch the video. Thank you.